They say dogs also look like their masters. I'm worried about which dog I'll look like.
But after marriage, I've been looking like a dog. I must say that, I really enjoy the banter between them because I'm married to a Gujarati.
Yeah.
And some of those lines really land so well that I'm laughing backstage because I know when my in-laws come to see it, they'll understand that this is what my sentiment's all about.
How long did Carry On Spying take you to write, Bharat?
About 4 hours.
The entire play?
Don't
you
worry,
kidding
take
me?
your time.
4 hours every day for 3 years.
4 hours every day for 3 years.
Okay, we'll say the dialogue and he'll give the sound.
Right.
Okay. Anyway, we have nothing to worry about. They'll think we are smuggling a cow out of this country.
When we were walking to the studio, I said, Tanaz, my God, you still look 16.
60, you say?
That's Anand's sense of comedy for you.
And I'm very pleased to welcome some theatre folk, some of them very dear friends of mine, others who I haven't met for a long, long time. The reason they're here is because Paritosh Painter presents Bharat Dabholkar's Carry On Spying. The premiere show is this evening at 7:30 p.m. at the St. Andrews Auditorium. And tomorrow, there is a follow-up show at the Bal Gandharv Auditorium. So it's Bandra specific. Tickets are live now on Book My Show. And if you love anything that Bharat Dabholkar and Paritosh and Sejal do, you really ought to be there at Andrews this evening or Bal Gandharv tomorrow. Let me please welcome my guests of the day. Vikas Patil, what's up, brother?
Hi, I'm good.
And Sejal herself, hello.
Hi.
Yeah. And the one and only Bharat Dabholkar.
Hi.
Anant Mahadevan is here, hello.
எல்லாருக்கும் நமஸ்காரம் எப்படி இருக்கீங்க சார்
ரொம்ப நல்லா இருக்கேன். And the wonderful Suresh. How are you, brother?
I'm good. Thank you so much for having me here.
And sweet 16, Tanaz Kareem. Who's now, why do I call you Kareem always? It comes out automatically from my mouth. Tanaz Irani.
Yes.
Yeah? Is that right?
Yes, that's right.
The wonderful Tanaz is here. And all of you, thank you for rolling by. And if you're part of the audience today, you'll know what I'm talking about when I say it's total laughter and mayhem. So, Bharat, the premise itself, let's talk about that.
It's a very
It came
easy
from
thing.
the evil head of yours.
No evil head, but it's a simple thing. It's about, it's very topical because it's about Indian Gujarati family that goes to Pakistan and how they get out of there with all the Pakistani commandos and things trying to trap them, and how the theme of the play is Indian se panga nahi lene ka. We beat Pakistan in war, we beat Pakistan in cricket, and now we are going to beat them on stage. So that is the theme of the play, that it's about an Indian family that runs away from Pakistan very safely by tricking everybody in Pakistan. That's how it goes. And I do the main role in that. There are some supporting actors which have three lines to speak, but the whole thing rests on
So
me.
essentially the whole thing is about Ya Pathan, which is your character.
Ya Jallad, that's my character.
Ya Jallad, and the rest of them are just making fleeting
they just sort of
appearances
have
on stage.
postman jaisa entry hai unka sabka.
An honest question for Sejal. Sejal, why is it that Paritosh and you instinctively attach yourself to a Bharat Dabholkar play? What is so special about the bald and beautiful Bharat?
So, like everyone knows, Paritosh Painter is about comedy. Bharat Sir is all about comedy. So, you don't need to really put in your brains to think what else, but of course, Bharat Sir and comedy. That's the genre. And
you're going to get full houses.
Yes.
You're going to get bums on seats, which is the most important part of theatre, isn't it?
Exactly.
Yeah.
So, Tanaz, this is a husband and wife that Anant and you play.
Yes.
You're the typical middle-class Gujarati family, right?
Yeah.
So tell me a little bit more about Sakhar and Sanat.
Well, Sakar is the role that I'm playing. I'm a very, very quintessential Gujarati woman who resides in Borivali East, and then suddenly she became sober. And I have a great and brilliant actor in Anant Mahadevan who completely complements the madness and the brilliance. At least I feel that. And Anant is my husband. He plays Sanat Patel. And everything that we, essentially do in this play, it reeks of the madness that you can only get from a good Guju couple. And I think Gujus are like everywhere, even in Iceland, Finland. They own half of Europe. They own, of course, London and
of course, India. There's no doubt about that.
India तो वो for taken for granted है भाई. अभी इसके बाद तो even Elon Musk is like only for the good Jews. But seriously, it's like a pandemic. It's like a Guju pandemic happening. And of course, they love laughing at themselves. You
True.
can have a lot of jokes on them. So I am so excited to play this character because half of my best friends are all Gujus. So it's like I completely slip into that character. Sakar bin Patel.
And you're Parsi, and I know that Parsi speak a variety of Guju, a different variety,
Yes.
species of Guju.
Yes.
Do you have to change yourself to bring you back to the regular Gujarati? Or
Com-
do you make do with your Parsi Gujarati?
No. It's very funny that you asked me that, Hrishi, because I do not speak predominant Parsi Gujarati. Because the minute I started learning Gujarati, I learned it from all my Guju friends. So, in fact, my family makes fun of me that I don't speak like a Bavi, I speak like a proper Guju. So for me, it was very easy, like all the little, nuances. Usse kehta na, the juice of Guju. Guju juice, I completely own it.
Anant Mahadevan and myself have had these very serious discussions about his book, very serious discussions about the serious brand of cinema he makes. But all of a sudden, I get the feeling, Anand, that when you're with this band of people, suddenly the adolescent in you comes out. You see a very different side of Anant Mahadevan, the non-serious side of Anant Mahadevan, and you obviously enjoy that, hanging with this bunch.
Yeah, absolutely, Rishi.
Do they bring out the worst in you or the best in you?
No, it brings out the worst in me.
I want to hear this answer.
Yes, it does bring out the worst in me. Because the best in me that appears on cinema is not really being acknowledged, and so the worst in me comes out when I do theatre. And every serious person needs an escape, and I think theatre is the best escape I could seek. And what better when I am sort of reunited with actors like Tanaz and Suresh Menon and my dear friend Vikas Patil. And of course, Mr. Bharat Dabholkar has this uncanny knack of actually giving me a play every time I find myself after completing a film and there is a big lull in my work. And suddenly he comes up to me and says, okay, let's do this play. So his sense of timing is not just fantastic in his comedies, but also in giving me the kind of break that I need. So I think it all fits in very perfectly, and Carry On Spying just helps me to break loose and just sort of shake myself up from all the serious work that I've been doing. So I guess I have to thank Bharat and Paritosh.
The only problem with this is he's slipped so much into the Gujarati character that even when he starts talking outside, he's forgotten the South
His
Indian
South Indian
accent
roots.
and everything.
Yeah.
He now talks like a proper Gujarati.
So baat करे छे.
The stiff upper lip British accent that
It's gone.
Anant
That's gone.
has.
That has now gone.
I must say, yesterday, Anant is quite the serious type, okay? Very different than me. And we're playing husband-wife. We're literally like a couple in real life while we're rehearsing. And yesterday in the grand rehearsal, he kind of behind the door, he said, "Arey, where is that alarm scene?" And the way he said it was like something that a Tanaz would do. And it was very out of his character. And I'm like, but Anant, finally Tanaz has rubbed off on you. He's like, and then what he answers me? He's saying, no, I am serious. I'm like, this may be comedy, maybe
Yeah, couples start sounding like each other
Yeah.
after a few years in the marriage.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's
They say
fantastic.
dogs also look like their masters. I'm worried about which dog I look like.
But after marriage, I've been looking like a dog.
We should all be blessed that we look like dogs because they are the spiritual ones.
They are
Yes,
the spiritual.
yes.
Very well said.
I think we finished the important things. We can go now.
No.
All the important people have spoken.
No, but honestly, Suresh Menon, I feel that if you are given just one role to do a unidimensional thing, you will just reject it.
Yeah.
I mean, it has to be more than one part. It has to be you playing multiple characters. And this is, Paritosh sent me a very interesting WhatsApp. It is refugee turned chef turned magician.
Turn priest.
Turn
Pray,
priest.
what does that?
So,
Pray, explain that.
I had a tough time explaining to someone that I'm actually playing a South Indian again.
Okay.
But I said it's a different role. So they asked me, if you're playing a South Indian, how is it different from all the roles that you've done in your career? So I said, first time in my life, I'm playing a chef. And then I'm playing a magician. So that's the difference over here. No, but see, I never thought too much about my accent or anything like that. And when chef and magician came together, I'm a in real life, I'm a really bad cook. You know, I can just about make bread and butter.
So you mess up a cup of tea also. Is that what you're saying?
Very badly. Matlab, gas usage will be so high that because I do not know ki kab gas band karna hai, when should I, how much tea leaves I should put in. So I get very confused. You know, earlier days were better because Brook Bond and that boiled milk used to be kept ready in the house. So
Yeah.
if mom, dad, or grandmom was busy, then we could go and make the tea aram se because we knew the color. But now because of Brook Bond, the way Brook Bond is made nowadays, so what happens is, वो color बराबर से नहीं आता है.
So you're basically
You know?
blaming the brand and not yourself.
Yes, yes, yes. No.
Yeah.
Because when I was a kid, I could make it correct. You know that it has to be that muddy watercolor tea. चाहे वैसा होना चाहिए. And it doesn't happen like that anymore. So I'm a bad cook, and so I had to really act to be a chef
Be
over
a
here.
chef.
And
So
he's
I
a,
had to do
Mich- and
my
he's a
homework.
Michelin star chef.
A Michelin star chef apparently. So and the magic tricks were very good. I wish I can make myself vanish one day too.
I know some people who might miss you, all your fans at least. Vikas Patil, this is Pyare Mohan, who's the Indian ambassador to Pakistan.
Yes.
And that's very interesting to me because it's obviously a hostile country considering everything that's happened between the two of us. What has Bharat written in this particular role? Please tell me.
Basically, Pyare Mohan Dixit is an ambassador in Pakistan embassy, and his character is, in spite of his being the ambassador of the embassy, he is like a fool. I mean, what he has written in the character is like he's there because of some connections, because of he's a home minister's son. But whatever he does, it becomes
Disaster.
a disaster. So that kind of a character is this, and I completely enjoy this character because for the first time I'm playing a comedy in English, and earlier play which I've done with Bharat sir was complete. That was a serious character, and after that he gave me opportunity to play this kind of different kind of comedy. So I'm completely.
Why is
enjoying
it that only Vikas Patil has romance in his life in the play?
Thanks to Bharat sir.
Anybody else
Thank
has
you.
romance in his
No,
life?
we
in the
don't
play?
have, but Suresh has more romance with that girl than Vikas has on stage. So I think
Suresh, you're still flirting with your co-actors?
Yes, I do, because you know it helps them give it helps to give them confidence when they go on stage.
So it's all
That's
for the
all.
larger
No,
good of
no,
the play
yes,
and the
never.
performance.
Me, you know, I'm
What a
very
selfless man, Bharat
very
Dabholkar.
selfless man. Very selfless.
No, but that's a very honest question. I mean, why is it that only his track has romance in it? Because the husband and wife, obviously, they don't have the romance. Yeah?
No, in fact, the best part of their conversations
Yeah.
is, I think every couple in the audience would relate to what they do on stage,
What they do
because
on
that's how I guess wives and husbands talk to each other.
Yeah, land
Always
up
pulling
talking.
each other down. So they do that all the time, constantly from the time they enter till they exist.
Bickering.
It's bickering right through,
And
pulling each other
I
down.
must say that, you know, I really enjoy the banter between them because I'm married to a Gujarati.
Yeah.
And some of those lines really land so well that I'm laughing backstage, because I know when my in-laws come to see it, they'll understand that this is what my sentiments are all about.
What's about not
Oh, so
suffering.
ultimately
But
there is an ulterior
that's
motive. There's a
novelty.
modus
That's a
operandi.
novelty of the writing, because Mr. Dabholkar doesn't just write from fictional or figment of his imagination. He actually observes people talking, bickering, having sarcastic comments, whatever, and he puts it all down on paper. So even when we did Blame It on Yashraj, I could feel that all these lines were not fictional or dramatic lines; they were all real lines. The way the audience was reacting. So Mr. Dabholkar really borrows from real life and puts it all into
It's like in
script.
advertising,
Yeah.
we call it empathy. We always feel
Ah.
that if the audience or the consumer, we say, if they empathize with what you are saying, that it's not just a joke. It's something that relates to your
Yeah.
life, and I think that works far better.
How long did Carry On Spying take you to write, Bharat?
About 4 hours.
The entire play?
Don't
you
worry,
kidding
take
me?
your time.
4 hours every day for 3 years.
4 hours every day for 3 years.
That's
Yeah.
the sense of humor.
No, because it's not an easy thing to write, because see, one is you have your Gujarati family in place and these situations which will provide comedy, but this India Park situation can be read and misread in many ways.
Yes.
And I believe you brought in a communist angle there. Is that true?
We've got the general thing of the Pakistani generals and what is happening in Pakistan generally and all that we've got. But I'll tell you, the advantage we have is when you do something like this, when you create these characters, and if you work with the kind of lot, the actors who bring that to life.
Yeah.
Like as I said, Anand sir's Gujarati accent is better than a normal Gujarati. That he's perfect at that accent. So these things work so well on stage because then it's not acting; they do it naturally. And I think that's how humor works best.
So, Sejal, when Paritosh and you start booking auditoriums for this, is it just कि क्या खाली है उसमें जाते हैं? Or because you have a large ensemble cast, so
Right.
you need a stage of that size, right?
Exactly.
Yeah.
So the thing is, because of the star cast we have,
Correct.
and it is a niche audience that we are looking at, is but because the audience is also something who want to come in for a star cast like this. So it's not खाली जो भी है, पर जो भी अच्छे dates है जहाँ पे लोग आएंगे and they could enjoy the show is what we are looking at. So it's
Yeah, and
not.
also it must be quite tedious to get all their dates. They're all busy people, yeah.
Exactly. So
Everybody is
getting
doing
their
हजार projects,
So
yeah.
so वो खाली इससे नहीं जाता है. It is because of their the work they are doing also. Not that they are just waiting for me to get the audience, but yes. So we have to really look into their dates and work on. But yeah, I've got a cast who is they're so nice, kind, I can say that. And because they love this play, because they love this play, so they are ready to put in that much of effort. And of course, they're giving me their dates, which they might have also given it to some, but they will jumble it and they work out the dates.
You're talking about this play only, na?
So many compliments we got suddenly.
No,
No,
but
it's,
Tanaz, you're such a natural as far as comedy is concerned. I'm not saying that you can't do serious parts and things like that, but your general aura just lends itself to such amazing comedies, and I think really there's so much in a Bharat script, in a Bharat Dabholkar script, that you are just easily able to get into the skin of the character and also have fun at the same time. Talk
Yeah.
about that.
I, in fact, gonna tell the audience something that they would not know. So for me in this play, it's like a double win, double whammy, because about apparently, like say 20 years ago, when this play launched itself for the first time, and we had an entirely different cast, I was playing the role of the daughter. All right. And I loved that part. I completely owned that zone, and we had dancing and we had singing in the good old days when we didn't have to take permission for the Hindi songs on stage and vagera, etc., etc.
It's too complicated.
It's complicated now. And then, so as I grew older and I was offered this role again, so Bharat said, this time you play the mother. And I have stood in the wings and seen this play being performed so many times that I was thrilled to do this. I didn't even actually really need to learn the script because I kind of already knew it.
Lovely.
And this was one of my favorite plays that I've done with Bharat. And I'm so excited because I played the daughter, enjoyed it in that zone when I was young and whatever. And now I'm enjoying playing the mother and I'm adding so much more to it. So yeah, and then, after a long time, I've come back to theatre doing a proper, a full-on comedy play like I used to. And I can't tell you, Hrishi K, I'm completely owning this journey.
He knows it. It's coming from
No, but
within.
her knowing the play so well is not an excuse for skipping rehearsals. You see.
See, I don't want to overdo my charm, then you kind of get used to it. And so I just want to give them a little dose at a time. Yeah, too much of a good thing is bad, right?
Otherwise, why would Anant and Bharat then not, then they will stop pining for you.
Yeah.
If you keep
I have to
showing
keep that surprise element. I surprise them. Oh, I've come for yourself.
I've known Tanaz since she was 16 years old, which is about 2.5
actually, guys,
years
when
back.
we were walking to the studio, I said, Tanaz, my God, you still look 16.
And 60, you say?
That's Anand's sense of comedy for you.
and it's crazy because I'm Suresh, this is my 31st year in radio.
Is that right?
boy.
30
My
years in
God.
radio. So you look at somebody like that, and I've obviously also grown with the ages in terms of size. This girl looks exactly the way she is. So anyway, just to fill you guys in, I said she's looking 60. And Bharat said, I actually know of her when she was 16.
Yeah.
I want to come to something else, Suresh. And Anand, maybe both of you can take it. Suresh, you can start and Anand can go. The legacy of Bottoms Up. It's an inseparable part of the history of Indian theatre.
Yeah.
And I'd like you to talk about that. Because there are generations who have grown up on it. There are kids who have watched it and now are settled in America, in the UK, and they still think about it. And once a conversation starts on social media, they just go nuts.
Coming from a very simple family, if I wish my parents were there, my dad especially, because if I told him that, I'm doing a Bharat Dabholkar play, he would have been so thrilled. So I had that opportunity and the occasion when I actually managed to have this conversation with Dad when I actually did Bharat's film, which was based on Bottoms Up.
Yeah.
And it was called Godolinos, and it was such a wonderful time because Dad didn't have anything to do with the film industry. So when I said I'm doing a film with Bharat Dabholkar, Ayo, how he's very good. I know, I read about him, very famous, because Dad used to go to Cooperage and all to watch all the football matches. So he knew where NCPA, everything was there, So
Yeah.
he and he worked in a restaurant, so he knew everything about town, and he knew Bharat Dabholkar, which was very strange. But Are Amitabh? Even Dharmendra Nile, it was like that. And suddenly Bharat Dabholkar's name became
LSE is opposite that wonderful Parsi restaurant, yeah?
Yoga Kshema you're talking about, right? Church Gate.
I'm talking about the original LIC office. Anyway, I digress.
Oh,
Everything is
yeah,
related to
got it.
food.
Food.
So he said,
So-
wow.
So he said, wow, and I always used to tell Bharat that, Bharat sir, I want to do Bottoms Up. And beach mein Paritosh actually called me up and, 3-4 years back and say, listen, we are planning to revamp Bottoms
Revive
Up,
it,
and
yeah,
would you
yeah.
be a part of it? I said, are you mad? Of course I would be. And then it just went bush. And suddenly, Carry On Spying with Bharat sir, and we have been talking for a long time. We are trying to think ways of making it into a
We are
film
thinking
also.
of making it to a film or a web series, and we've been
Yeah,
talking
we
and
are
working on it for a very long
thrilled
time.
because I
Yeah.
believe
I think it will lend itself to a web series very
It will,
beautifully.
yeah.
Absolutely.
Actually, it's going to become a series.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
actually we are planning a series.
Even
So
Carry On is going to be a
will be
series.
Yeah, because
The play.
originally Hollywood used to have a Carry On series,
Yes.
remember?
Yes.
So,
Yes.
Carry On
so
this,
now it
Carry
will
On
be
that.
On
theatre,
Doctor, Carry On.
hospital, Carry
Yeah.
On.
Great
yes,
fun,
yes.
great fun.
But
these days.
coming back to Bottoms Up,
Yeah,
I'd like to
yeah.
say that we were all fans of R.K. Lakshman, and
Of
you
course.
said it. Now, Bottoms Up was the live version of you said it. All the sarcasm, all the political jibes, jokes, and everything that came on stage. And I would say that today, the adaptations or the jokes that you see on WhatsApp and other are all fallouts of Bottoms Up. Bottoms Up is the original.
And I'm a Bottoms Up baby.
She's a bottom. She
She's
always,
a
when we had gone
Bottoms
to
Up
Hong Kong
baby.
for a show, and she was interviewed on radio in Hong Kong, and she said, "I'm Tanaz. I'm a Bottoms Up baby."
Yeah, I actually said that.
And the only
because
thing about Tanaz was, actually, I must tell you, since I've known her from when she was 16, she used to talk continuously when we were rehearsing. So, as I said, Takiya Kalam was, "Shut up, Tanaz." So, no matter who was talking, I would say, "Shut up, Tanaz," and they would know that it's meant for them and not for Tanaz, because Tanaz wouldn't even be there. But Tanaz, "Shut up,
Yeah.
Tanaz" was the phrase which we still use to keep people shut.
yeah.
And it's the longest running phrase in theatre history.
and also you can make out from the way Bharat sir keeps on talking, Tanaz ki lines kiske zyada honge isme. So my lines have been cut, and I had a dream sequence with
The heroine.
Yeah, not the heroine. With some, you said.
Oh,
that-
you actually had some romance in the
Yeah,
play,
yeah.
and it
and
got
that
cut.
kind of
with the
dream
parrot.
sequence.
With the parrot.
Tota ke saath.
By the way, I must also show off. There are 2 points in this whole play where I've given animal sounds from my own repertoire of voice sounds that I can
You
make.
must show them. You must
I
make
was,
them
you
hear.
know, I was
it.
just going to say, Tanaz is the only one who said a dialogue from the play in this interview.
Okay.
None of you have done your.
Because they don't remember those lines. That's the reason.
Okay, we'll say the dialogue and he'll give the sound.
Yeah.
Oh, right.
Okay. Anyway, we have nothing to worry about. They'll think we are smuggling a cow out of this country.
Hey,
I'm
Sono,
very
don't
impressed,
say
yeah.
like that.
ए गांडा जेबी बात नहीं कर
આખો ગાંડો થઈ ગયો તું.
Nobody can do best with me.
But listen, for Lingam, one dialogue from Lingam, please.
Oh my God.
Chef,
Lingam has got a lot of-
chef dialogue.
Chef dialogue, you want? Everything I make, he's saying no. Masala dosa, he's saying no. Tahir sadam, he's saying no. Let him make me into uttapam and eat me only. Sir, you'll have to have visibly ulyanna.
I will not eat anything that sounds like a threat to my life.
Why not visibly? You can have it with molaga podi.
अरे ना रे.
Sir, I got a secret recipe of visibly ulyanna.
Hey, really? Hey, you keep it secret only. Huh?
That's so good. Vikas, improvise करते हैं Okay, do you stick to what Bharat has written?
No, I'm a kind of actor who sticks to what a writer has written.
हाँ,
And in this play, there is no need to improvise. मुझे ऐसा लगता है कि जो लिखा
करने
है
की
वही
जरूरत
अगर
नहीं.
ठीक से करो तो हो जाएगा. तो no improvisations on Bharat sir's dialogues, but because the kind of lines I got, because अभी सबने अपने अपने dialogues बोले, मेरा introduction line जो है, like I am प्यारे मोहन दीक्षित, I am in charge of this embassy. Dikshit is Dikshit. One word, not two words. Dikshit. So that is the kind of lines I got. So no need to improvise anything. Already जो है उतना ही अच्छा किया तो it will be done.
No, but are you a stickler for learning lines, Bharat? Or you just say कि ठीक है?
No,
just-
no.
हाँ.
I see comedy. That's one thing about comedy. That if people start improvising and adding lines,
Correct.
that takes away the rhythm of that
Especially
line.
if it's a punchline, you know,
So it
yeah,
should,
you just got to be short
and that
crisp.
throws the other co-actors also. So I think sticking to that. Then as we go along doing shows, we find new spaces where we can add in things and all that. But at the beginning, we should stick to what we have, is what I believe.
He really goes in for new spaces because every time we see that he is moved somewhere else according to his blocking, and we don't find him at the space where we expect him to be. So he explores spaces.
Bharat is the only actor allowed on stage to actually cruise the stage. We will find Bharat in different
So my
corners of
co-actors
the
don't know
scene.
where they should be looking and talking because I may not be in that place at that time.
And he does it so seamlessly, and he actually looks the part so convincingly that actually you look like the fool looking around. It looks like you are forgotten.
No, but it's been traumatic for me, especially.
Traumatic.
Yeah. Imagine asking me to follow lines.
Yeah.
That's the most difficult thing for me.
Correct.
Because
You all your life have just done your own thing, yeah.
Yeah.
You know, you're a master of
just imagine
improvisation.
it, and let me also tell you that plays where there's not much of payment. Anyway,
Which actually segues very beautifully to my next question with Sejal. You know, all of us who are in traditional media,
Right.
theatre, radio, these are all traditional media.
Exactly.
After the advent of OTT, it's like, अरे radio कौन सुनता है? अरे play में कौन जाता है? Why? Because people have these series to watch at home. But this is a prime example. This unit is a
Yes.
prime example. This play, you guys are a prime example that plays are going house full.
Yes.
And irrespective of whether you have a 650 seater at the Tata Theatre
Right.
or you have a small Bal Gandharv, which is actually a medium sized one, Singer Prithvi, they are going full every day of the
So,
week.
Hrishi, it's all about passion.
Mm.
It's all about passion, and I mean, then of course, when you have the actors also, you know, giving in that because of passion for theatre. So it's you know, I mean, we have done web series, television,
Yeah.
films, everything, but ultimately we go back to theatre because it's the passion. Paritosh is like, you know, I mean, as a producer, I can say that I tell him ki, you know, why theatre? But he's like, nahi, theatre has to be there. So every year it has to be like, kitna bhi film karo, how much ever web series you do, whatever you do, theatre, because the audience also, they love theatre. It's like, because everything is available, but that doesn't mean because they need to do a outing, and theatre is where, you know.
And these boys, I remember because, you know, I of course went to Xavier's, but my brother went to NM Mitibai.
Right.
And
Yeah.
Paritosh and Ninad and all these guys were doing theatre
Even from
we do
then,
it
from
from
their
then.
junior college
junior
days.
Yeah.
college.
You know?
Yeah.
And this is not a let's do it for
For
commercial
fun. No,
reasons.
no,
this
no.
is a
No, but
Yeah,
seriously,
enduring passion,
let
yeah.
me tell you something very, very seriously. Do you know what is the future?
I don't know what the future is.
You'll answer AI.
Yeah.
You will?
Well,
Let me tell you. AI is so artificial that the future is not AI, the future is live theatre. Because
lovely.
people will keep coming back to what is real, what is
How
live,
beautiful.
and they will never get it on AI. It's
Well
only
said.
in
And I'd
theatre.
also like to add over
Well
here,
said.
you know, it's a complete therapy. It's better than going for therapy. When you come and you meet and, you know, you're doing lines and you speak, you know, it's almost like cathartic because you have a full on life on one side where it's so competitive and you're always vying to get, you know, special place, special privileges and your finances and commercial, you know, etc., etc. And here you come down to, you know, you come landing thud on the ground where everyone is very, you know, earthy, organic. You come back to sharing lines, you share space, you share food, you share your tiffin. You know, it's so beautiful to come to rehearsals. I mean, I don't know.
Which play are you talking about?
I I get the food. I get the food. All the time, Suresh, I kill you if you say
You do get
that.
the food.
Food
I have to ask
sharing.
the producers.
Mr. Dabholkar never shares anything that he has. He never shares the food.
I'm an
So that
only
is the one
child.
virtue I've learned from
No,
him.
One
see,
second.
But I
Today he's
always
sharing
bring
his mic.
extra.
Today he's sharing his mic.
Yeah, Anand sir,
Tanaz
you can-
always brings the food,
Yeah.
which is why she's in the play.
That's what was
was
going to
supposed
point
to
out. Getting the food. That's the problem.
So as you can all see, after every serious line, there is a laughter in this gathering. So that's exactly what happens.
No,
in
I want to
Bollywood.
be a fly on the wall in your rehearsals, yeah.
Oh,
chaotic must that
Too
be?
late. We
Too
are
late.
ready with the play and we are performing tonight.
Absolutely,
We're
guys.
ready for delivery.
for
Out soon.
Okay, guys, just to run you through listings again, it's tickets at Book My Show. Last few ones going out this evening at St. Andrews at 7:30 p.m. The Bal Gandharv Rangmandir show is tomorrow. This is Carry On Spying, starring Anant Mahadevan, Tanaz Irani, Shami Kelaya, Suresh Menon, Bharat Dabholkar, Vikas Patil, Sejal and Paritosh are producers, and of course, is written and directed by the one and only Bharat Dabholkar. From me, Hrishi K, I highly advocate you guys go and watch it. Watch it with friends and family and spread the word. Thank you, Vikas. Thank you, Sejal. Thank you, Bharat.
Thank you,
Thank you,
Rishi.
Anand. Thank you,
Carry on
Suresh.
radioing.
Yeah. And thank you,
Yeah, that
Tanaz.
would be one of
Most
the
welcome.
Thank you, Radio One.
Lovely,
Thank you,
lovely,
Hrishi
lovely,
K.
lovely.
Thank you, Rishi.
94.3 Radio 1.